Hey, what's going on everyone? My name is Jamie Dean and today we're going to be unboxing these guys, the Jada Toys Mega Man line of figures. I've got the entire series here to unbox in front of me, so we're going to be taking these guys out, having a look at what comes in the box, seeing what they like. So yeah, let's get down the table and take a look. Alright, so there it is. And I apologise about the kind of grainy video. I don't have the best setup for doing table cam unboxings, so we're just going to do the best we can with what we've got. So the reason I've picked this up, two reasons really. Number one is I'm a huge Mega Man fan. Fucking love Mega Man. One of the formative games of my childhood was Mega Man 2. That's probably... Mega Man to me is probably what Mario is to a lot of people, I think. That's the kind of sort of nostalgic connection that I have with that console in particular, the NES. So that's reason number one. Reason number two is that I have quite a few of the Jada Toys Street Fighter line. And like they're in a cabinet, like literally just out of shot over here. And I think they're fantastic. They're really, really good quality. They surprised the hell out of me with just how good a quality they were for a relatively cheap price, I thought. And at the time when I was picking those up, I had no idea that Jada also made a Mega Man line. So when I found that out, well, obviously I had to grab those too. So I've been slowly accumulating those as well until I had the whole series that they've released so far. These are for Mega Man 1, the original game, which I played very recently, actually. Absolutely got brutalized by it, just completely destroyed. Was probably one of my only rage quits in recent memory, actually, was Mega Man 1. But that's a story for another day. Very, very good game, just incredibly difficult. So yeah, we're going to start off here. We'll go through them in no particular order. We'll start with the Blue Bomber himself, and we'll just take these out of the box and have a little bit of a look and show you what comes inside. So that's the box. That's the packaging. The boxes look good. I think they display nicely. If you wanted to leave them in the box, you see you get a few extra accessories here. You've got his arm cannon. You got like a blaster shot down here, a few different hands, a different face that you can customize him with. Back of the box, very simple, not much going on there. Sprite work on the sides, and that's the top here. So we'll get into this. I don't think, no, this one doesn't have any tape I need to cut. Outstanding. We can just get straight in. All right, get him out of his prison. I'm always in two minds about like, when it comes to unboxing stuff, like some stuff I like to leave boxed and some stuff I like to set free. Figures, I'm definitely like a let them out of their coffin kind of guy. I like to have my figures. I just think they display better out of boxes. That's just me. But they certainly look like these would display really well in boxes if you wanted to leave them in. So we got his little base there that he's going to stand on. Looks like we have to do a bit of cutting here. Try not to slip. There we go. You don't want me to be wielding a hobby knife between your legs and not being steady. Alright, let's pop him out. Alright. Just put them to the side for 1 second. So there he is. Again, apologies about the not great video. If you guys end up enjoying this, I might look into making this a better setup, but I'm just using my phone camera and it's obviously not the best in the world. So first impressions, he feels quite heavy for his size, which is always a good sign. Feels heavy, sturdy. His joints all seem to move. Yes, we've even got ankle joints as well. And this was something with the Street Fighter line of Jada figures. They were like super posable, crazy posable. You could set them up in whatever fighting stance you want, any replicating pretty much any move from the game. Elbow joints. Oh yes, he does have elbow joints. There we go. Wrists pivot. Yep. There we are. The head, I will say that the neck feels a little bit like rubbery. It's not like very super solid. The head is solid, but the actual neck piece itself feels like a much softer kind of rubbery plastic. You can see it like bends around pretty easily. Almost not quite like a bobblehead, but pretty close. But he looks good. I think he looks good. It's sort of like a blend of like shiny. The dark blue's like a shiny plastic. The light blue's like a matte plastic, which is pretty cool. We're going to put his arm cannon on, I reckon. we'll just put him up here for a second. We'll have a look at the other parts. Oh man, that head is in there. There we go. So that's his other head. Angry face. He's got his hands, which I'll probably leave in there. Although I think the open hand probably goes well with the cannon. Oh, fucking hell. That popped out. There's the arm cannon. There's the blaster. Again, it's the shiny blue plastic. And the way these Jada figures work is you literally just... And it feels really weird to do because it feels like you're breaking it. But they literally just pull out. Like that. You can see they've just got like a little joint, clip-in joint there that goes in there. And you switch them around. Easy as that. But it does feel like there's quite a bit of resistance. So you're like, oh, should I be doing this? But it is okay. It is as intended. There we go. All right, now we're cooking. That's more like it. That's more Mega Man-like, isn't it? Cool. Yeah, really good. He's a little bit more... like the Street Fighter figures feel quite stiff in their joints, but in a good way. Like they just feel super sturdy, like really, really sturdy. You could throw them off a 3-story building and they'd be just fine, kind of sturdy. The Mega Man, I will say, feels not flimsy at all, definitely, but he just feels a little bit more bendable. Is that the right word? And I didn't expect that, being he's a bit of a smaller, more compact boy. I thought he would probably be more solid than the Street Fighter figures, but I think they are actually more solid. But still, he feels like he's decent quality for sure, especially for the price point. Like these Jada figures are like really, really well priced. Anyway, there's Mega Man. Let's get on to his Robot Masters. Are you going to stand there and behave yourself? I'm not going to pose you right now, but yes, you will. There we go. I'm going to run out of room doing that, aren't I? Yeah. Oh, he's got his blaster thingy. I forgot about that. So that's his little blaster, but it also comes with... That's what this clear base is for. Is it comes with this arm. And I think a lot of the figures have something similar to this. And you would have seen these before, especially if you're an Nendroid collector. Or a Gunpla collector. Where does this go? Ah, there. There we go. So you can have his little blaster firing and set him up that way. All right, we'll put him to one side. Okay. Put all that in here. All right. Who next? Let's go. This one looks fucking cool. So we're going to go with this one next. This gave me... I never even saw him, but his level gave me a lot of trouble. Elecman. His level might have been the one I rage quit on, actually. I think it was the last one I tried on my play. Not on this channel, on my old channel. And he did me in. But the color scheme, I mean, oh man, just looks so good, doesn't it? Really, those colors just pop so well. And again, like the nice blend of the shiny plastic and the matte plastic. Might be hard to see on here, but looks really good. Same sort of box, very simplistic rear again. All right, let's get that out. Is that got tape? Yes, this one has tape on it. I must have already cut the Mega Man tape at some point. There we go. You can see they've got these, the ones I got have these hang tabs if you want to hang them on display as well. Always nice. If you're that way inclined. All right. Here's a question for you. If you collect figures, do you keep the boxes or do you get rid of them? I'm in such like two minds about it. I have a bunch of like all my Street Fighter boxes I still have with all their like additional faces and hands and attack moves and stuff in them. I don't know why. I mean, I'd save so much space if I just took all the pieces out, threw them in a plastic tub, put a lid on it, and got rid of all the boxes. I don't know. I don't know what it is. I just can't quite bring myself to do it. All right, another little bit of surgery here. Whoop. But yeah, let me know if you are a collector of such things, what do you do with the boxes? Do you keep them boxed? And if you unbox them, do you get rid of the boxes? Or can you not bear to part with them? If you've got a problem like me. Alright. There he is. Wow, he looks really fucking good. Again, my camera's not doing him justice. He looks really cool. Love those colors. Holy shit. Really nice. All the same sort of joints that Mega Man has. These are all going to be the same, so I'm not going to go through and show the joints on all of them. They assume that they are all similar. But yeah, really, really good. He's he might be my favorite in the set just because of the colors. So good. Would love to have come across him in the game, but couldn't make it. couldn't get anywhere near him. Whoa. Stand up, bud. There we go. Alright, so we've got in the pack as well, happy face, happy side eyes. He's got a couple of hands. And then this one I'll take out because it looks really cool. His electric attack. Which looks like, I think it goes over his arm. Yes. There we go. Pretty cool. And this is like a softer, like a rubbery material. Translucent. Yeah, nice. I really like him. He's really, really cool. Alright, so I'm going to put him to one side. One more look. Elecman. Very nice. Very, very cool. They're all about the same size too, which is nice as well. You know, like they're all sized appropriately. Alright. Let's go this guy next. Fireman. I got real close to Fireman in my play. Real close to him. I think he might have been the one I came the closest to. Yeah, I think he's the one I came the closest to actually encountering. There's the box. I don't know if you can tell, I'm not an unboxing YouTuber, so I apologize if I'm just sort of flying through this and missing details that people care about. And there's the back. Again, he's got a very similar sort of setup to Mega Man himself with the little fireball there. But yeah, really, really cool translucent pieces on him, as you can see on the back here. Like in the top of his helmet and on his hands as well. They look really cool. We'll get them out and put them all together because I think they're going to be quite impressive. Alright. Yeah. That aside, there he is. With all these bits, he comes with a lot of bits and pieces. Which is cool. I like his faces, like, aren't... we kind of got, like, complacent and kind of resting bitch face a little bit. Alright. Let's get his tube cut, so to speak. Okay. Come on. Come on. There you go, buddy. Alright. Cool. Wow, he's much heavier. He's quite a bit heavier than the other two. But looks very good. You can see like the really cool like line work on his eyes with the black outline. Looks really cool. Again, not sure how well you can tell this on my phone camera. I do apologize again. You can see here we got a little bit of like slip up on the paintwork. This is the first flaw that I've really seen. Is that you can see the paint has... They haven't coloured quite between the lines. But for the most part, otherwise, you know, apart from that, very, very clean. Very good. Nice and solid. He's a solid boy, this one. Alright, let's get his fire hands out. So you can see in here he's got two fire hands, the fireball that you can set up as well. He's got the clear base. He's got the little stand that you can set it up on. We'll have a look at all that momentarily. Alright. Alright, there's fire hand number one. Woo. Fire hand number two. Yeah. Cool. And I actually think he would look better with the resting bitch face, the side eye, more so than this sort of like humdrum complacency. So we might actually change his head as well. Man, they are in there. They are like really in there. There's the other head. So you can see that the fire on the top of his head. Head-wise, the head swap is just like the arm swaps. You just pull them off even though it feels like you shouldn't. Fire comes off. Back on here. Get it going a bit sideways. And, oh god. Really wedge that on. There we go. Alright, there we go. A little bit more badass looking now. Cool. So there he is in all his fieriness. Very cool looking figure. Like I said, they are definitely more... Do you see what I mean? Like they're a little bit more bendy. Like you could not do that with the Street Fighter figures. Like the Street Fighter figures are like they are fucking solid as solid gets. Solid plastic. These guys are definitely... I hesitate to use the word cheaper. They don't feel cheap. They feel well made. They just feel more... like their joints are slightly different. Almost like they've got... and they don't. But it feels like they've got like... I don't know if you remember like old G.I. Joes. They had like the elastic band in the joints, right? They kind of... these guys feel like that. They don't have the elastic band in the joints, but they feel like they do. So an old G.I. Joe is kind of like... even though, again, old G.I. Joe's very high quality, very well made toys. These feel similar to them, if that's any kind of description, if you're of a similar age to me and you understand what that means. All right. There we go. All right. Let's set him... we'll just set him there for a second. And we'll have a look at his accoutrement. So we've got his fire wave. There we go. These little stands. Shit. Knocking crap everywhere. All right. So same deal. This one goes... how does this go on? How the hell does this go on? What? Oh, there it is. Okay, I got it now. Okay. There we go. Nice. So there we are. Sits next to his little fireball. You can pose him up nicely to make it look like he's shooting that. Really cool. One day I will defeat you. One day I'll even reach you. One day. All right, let's put him to the side. Man, they look... I got to tell you, I'll put them all out at the end. They look really fucking good all next to each other too. Like just the clashing colors is particularly cool. All right, get rid of this rubbish. All right, next up we've got Iceman. I think Iceman, his level... I did really well with his level up to a point. And if you've played Mega Man 1, you'll probably know the point I'm talking about. The second lot of vanishing floors, vanishing platforms and reappearing platforms. And I just could not, for the life of me, get past that. And I was starting to get fucking tilted by that point anyway. I was nearly gone. So, but I did pretty well at his level overall. Just couldn't quite reach him in my little look through. But there's the box. Quite a friendly looking fellow, except for that face, I suppose. He looks like an angry office manager there a little bit. But there's the back. Oh, we got a triple on the back there. Nice little sprite work down the bottom here. They haven't released... is that Bomb Man, I think? I can't remember his name. He's not out yet. Hopefully soon, though. And this guy. I can't remember who that is, what his name is. I apologize for the Mega Man fans in the audience. But I know you've got Cut Man, you've got Elect Man. I think it's Bomb Man, and I can't remember him. But those two aren't released yet. I'm sure they're coming. All right. Let's get him opened up. There we go. There he is in the package. So only, not a whole lot of accessories with this dude. Just a one hand and a head swap, but he does have his little ice attack there, which is cool. All right. Got that. Let's get him out of there. All right. He definitely feels by far, the most sturdy. He doesn't have as much in the way of, like, he's quite a bit shorter. If I get Fireman next to him there, you can see size-wise, he's a fair bit shorter. He's a fair bit shorter even than Mega Man. And because of that, he's very, very sturdy. He feels more like the Street Fighter characters. But really, again, really good quality. Oh, he's got the little backpack on as well. That's cool. Yeah, get it? Cool. Because he's... Wait, yeah, I mean, you get it. All the same, even though he's shorter, he's got all the same articulation. Very, very cool. Yeah, I really like him. Really nicely made. Oh, look under the feet too. Is that the same on the others? It is. All the same. Interesting. Cool. All right. Cool. There's another one for you. I'm on fire. All right. There's the Ice Blast. I won't bother putting it on its stand, but there you go. Looks really nice. Again, made out of that sort of softer, rubbery sort of plastic, as all the moves have been, but looks really cool. Really, really nice. And he's got his alternate head, his angry head. Ooh, Mega Man! Get the fuck out of my house! Very cool. Can't stop. All right. Can't stop, won't stop. Let's put him to one side. Put his stuff back in here. All right. We've got 2 left to go. Next one up is Cutman. Another really striking looking color scheme. One of the more famous bosses of Mega Man 1. I think just for his design. Very striking design. Very, very cool. Again, looks great in the box. There he is. With his little, whatever they're called, cut blades or whatever. Nice, let's get him out. Have a look. He might be my next favorite after Elec Man. We'll see once we get him out. Okay. There he is. So his, I don't know how well you can see it, his blades here are like a metallic paint, which is really cool. And I think like he throws that, so it's not, you don't get 2 on the back of the box. You saw he was wearing one on his head and had one on the stand. It's actually just the same one, which is true of the game as well. All right, let's take him out and have a look. Now, something I can notice on this guy right away is our second bit of a paint defect. If indeed it is a paint defect and not intentional. I don't think it is intentional. Maybe it is. Oh, maybe it is. You can see the groin. He's sort of like got, it looks like the plastic's faded, but now that I look at it, I think it's actually painted that way, like on purpose. I don't think it has faded. Because, like, how could the back fade, right? That's been sitting inside the box. Just an interesting effect, but it does stand out against the rest of his orange, which none of that effect isn't on any of the other parts of him. So, again, I don't know if that's like if it's something that it looks intentional now that I get it out, but it's a bit of a weird design choice if it is intentional, given that none of the other plastic has that look to it. But it is matte. That's interesting too. Like his and it's the same on all the guys here, that his cod piece, let's say, is a matte plastic. It's not the same shiny plastic as this. If I check the others, Yeah, Mega Man's got a little bit of the same effect on there, so maybe it is just an intentional design choice. Anyway, enough about his crotch. Let's have a look at his blades. All right, there they are. Very cool. All right, we'll put them on his head. There we go. That's cut, man. Nice. That looks cool. That looks really good. And then he's got his same sort of like little stand for the blades. He's got a couple of different hand designs and kind of a cheeky, slightly tipsy face, I would say. That's probably the face I'll put on him, actually. It's just got a bit of attitude to it. I like that one. So we'll probably do a head swap on him as well. But there we go. Cut Man. Another very cool looking figure for sure. Very nice. And that brings us to the last one that I have to unbox here today. And that is the Hyperbomb Suit Mega Man. So we're going to take this out and have a look. This is exactly the same sculpt as Mega Man with all the same accessories except for the bomb. And I think he's got a different head. Yes, he's got a different face design on his spare head. Otherwise, it's exactly the same, just a recolor. So we'll take him out, have a quick look, and we'll check out his new little item, which I believe you get from Bomb Man. Interesting that they released this before they released Bomb Man. Come on, open. There we go. All right. That can just go there. There we go. Yep. Very cool. Let's get him out. I noticed with the Street Fighter figures inside their boxes, the rear. If I grab one of these sort of you can't fucking see it because of the. There we go. The inlays of the boxes, they're all customized to the stage that matches the fighter. Not the case with these. They're all just exactly the same. So I guess that's a little bit disappointing if you wanted to display them in the boxes. It was certainly a very cool aspect of the Street Fighter ones if you wanted to leave them in box, that they all had their own stage as a backdrop. All right. Well, get it on camera, Jamie. There we go. There we go. So there he is. Again, looks really good though. Like, you know, just for a recolor, they've done a good job. Really nice. Again, all same articulation, same model in every way. Just a recolor. And there's the new face. My angry face. All right, let's get this bomb out. All right, there it is. So it's quite light. It's not solid, it is hollow. But it'll have its little stand. We may as well do that too, why not? Come on. Yeah. There we go. And there we are. Hyper Bomb. Quite big, quite chunky, but very cool. Says Hyper Bomb Mega Man. Excellent. So if I lay them out flat so you can see them, we'll put them all here next to each other. Iceman, Cutman. This guy doesn't want to lay flat because he's got a backpack on. There we go. So you can see color-wise, they look fucking awesome all together. I think they do anyway. Like, they make a great looking collection. Really good looking collection. Yeah, I've got like a spot picked out for them where I want them, and I think they're going to look fantastic in that spot all next to each other. Just with all the different colors together. Yeah, I'm pretty happy, honestly. And like I said, they're cheap. They're like Jada Toys. They just make fairly cheap figures. I mean, nothing here. I got most of these on sale. I just waited until they went on sale. I don't think any of them cost me more than $40 Australian, which is like fuck all American if you're watching in America. It was the same for the Street Fighter figures. Several of these were, I think, half that price or less picked up on sale. Just got to be patient. But yeah, I think for what you pay, I'm pretty happy. I got to be honest. And I'm not opposed to, you know, saying if I think something's a rip-off, but I don't think that's the case here, especially if you're a Mega Man fan, right? Like, this is a really cool looking set of figures, and there's still at least a few more to come to complete that series. And then I really hope that they move on to do Mega Man 2, because Mega Man 2 has some really cool boss designs that sort of start to move away from this sort of, you know, typical humanoid look that I think would look fantastic in this style and to go alongside these guys. I think they'd be brilliant. So I'd love to see a Mega Man 2 series, but we'll wait and see if that eventuates. But anyway, there we go, guys. That is the Jada Toys Mega Man series of figures that they've released thus far. I'm very happy with them. I think they're going to look fantastic. So if you like what you see here, race out and pick them up. This isn't a sponsored video or anything. This is just because I'm a disgusting consumer and I love toys, especially when they're related to some of my favorite video games ever. Yeah, I think they look great. I'm pretty stoked with these. So anyway, thanks for hanging out and watching. I hope that was useful. I hope that was interesting if you're looking at picking these up for yourself. If you enjoyed the video, make sure you give it a like, leave a comment, and let me know if you've played Mega Man 1. If you have played Mega Man 1, did you beat it? How far did you get? I got fucking nowhere. One of the hardest games I have ever played in my life. And I don't think it's even remotely close, to be honest. And, you know, I include quite a few of like the Souls-likes and things in that estimation. So, but good game all the same. If you grew up with it, let me know in the comments. Subscribe if you want to hang out again. If you enjoyed doing the unboxing, if you want to see more stuff like this, make sure you let me know and I'll see what I can do. Otherwise, that's going to do it from me for today, everyone. My name's been Jamie Dean. I'll see you all in the next one. Take it easy.